All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharach HaKodash. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and 1/3. And Lord's will, this video will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharach HaKodash. All right, just give me a moment. I'll make sure the audio is good. Then I can take myself off the screen. Beautiful. All right, the Wadi Abashim Shai. All right, and as the title reads, Babylon has issues, foreign and domestic. All right, so the Wadi Abashim Shai for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. All right, we are in the last days of Esau Edom's rulership. So certain prophecies are going to be spoken about more now than ever because they're getting ready to come to pass. Okay, and one thing that you notice, okay, or if you can see, which real quick, let me share my screen. Let's grab that in Matthew's. If you can see what's going on, all right, Esau Edom has issues, foreign and domestic. So this is, this is beautiful watching this all unfold, And I want to say one thing real quick in the spirit. The best way that you'll be able to, embrace and comfort by prophecy, is ultimately, taking yourself out the equation, with your individual things you got going on, because at the end of the day, the Lord's will is the most important thing. So, we have to constantly keep that in mind, especially in these last days, because remember it says, in the last days, men should be lovers of themselves, things of that nature. So, one thing I am and our learning, is about getting over yourself, and allowing the Lord's will to come to pass. Okay. And that's found in the scriptures, and sometimes it's just the flesh, but let's get back to the point. This is Matthew 13 and 16. All right, real quick. It says, but blessed are your eyes. I like red letter. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. So what we're seeing and what we're hearing right now, it is a blessing that we can see this because most people can't. Now you'll hear people talking, but for the majority, all right, people are in gross darkness and they can't see that there are issues going on, and these issues are just growing, all right, to a level that they're not going to be able to be contained. So you can just have your everyday average self-indulged, isolated, selfish life. Okay. And that's what Babylon does. It puts you, in this very selfish, I'm going to do me mentality. But with prophecy coming to pass, not only does Babylon have issues foreign, but now it's dealing with issues domestic. Okay. And real quick, let's put this in. This has actually been a big thing right here because let's see, because Trump is being used, all right, as a sacrifice to rouse up that patriotic 13 colony spirit, because you have to remember part of the image is patriotism, okay, and a lot of Edomites truly believe and their constructive system that they made through their independence. All right. And that's why I started off in the spirit with Matthew 13, because, you got to be living under a rock. You have to be blinded by the Lord to not see that there with these issues going on. So let's put this in Trump. Well, how do I want to do it? Let's put Trump's house raided. Let's put this in Trump's house raid. So right here, this has been a big scandal, and your average Edomite, your political Edomite, they have issues with this, okay, because they said this has never happened to a president. Some Edomites still look at him as a president. So you have to understand this is causing sedition, all right, within itself. All right, I'll get to a little bit of foreign. Actually, let's just put this in for you. So let's go here. I'm going to show you something. Let me show you how there's problems foreign and domestic. China stops answering U.S. calls. And then there's one more. Check this out. So let's put Pentagon chief calls to China, goes unanswered. Now one more. Let's go here. Check this out. I found this one to be beautiful. And we're going to go into foreign and domestic too, because what I want to do is talk about more of the domestic, because we go into the foreign, which is World War III, but the domestic as well. So check this out. Russia stops U.S. What is it? How did they put it? Russia stops U.S. from nuclear site. Let's just put that in. Nuclear plant, maybe. Let's see. No, where is it? There was an article that came out where it says Russia stops U.S. inspection. Let's try it. U.S. inspection. Let's try that. Okay, thank you, Yabashim Shai. Russia suspends U.S. inspection of its nuclear weapons arsenal. See, so Babylon has issues, foreign and domestic. Okay, they're going through issues, foreign. Okay, China's not answering their calls. Russia said you can't come to its nuclear weapons sites and you can't see what's going on. And then now you have issues in domestic. Okay, meaning they're against the government. Now check this out. Watch. Defund not the police, but the FBI. Okay, they want to defund the federal government, because you have to understand that there's a difference between federal and state. All right, there's a big difference. Okay, federal and state, it's a big difference. So right now they're at war with one another, which is, and I'll just grab it since we're in the book of Matthew, but we'll go to Matthew 12, okay, which we're familiar with. I did a lesson about a few days ago about Harriet Hangman, but these are things that you got to keep your eye on, okay? Matthew 12 and 25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. So what you're witnessing is the beginning, all right, which it's already begun, but we'll just put it like that, the beginning stages of the desolation of Esau, Edom, and Babylon, okay, America as you know it, because once the state and federal start going at each other, then you're going to see the infrastructure breakdown, which that reminds me of Isaiah 19. Let's grab that. You're going to see the infrastructures break down. You're going to see funding breakdown, police, chaos. All these things are going to start happening because America is built off policies and contracts and funding. This is why taxes are a major thing when it comes to Babylon. Okay, so let's get this Isaiah 19 and let me see, where is it at? Let me see. Oh, it's Isaiah 16. I'm sorry, Isaiah 16. Let's go there. Isaiah 16 and 19, is it? I haven't brought this out in a while. Okay, let me just grab it real quick. Oh, no, it is Isaiah 19. I'm sorry. Let's go to Isaiah 19 and 16. There it is. Excuse me. Body's getting old. Isaiah 19 and 16. Isaiah 19:16, and it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid. Let me see. No. Okay, up here. Here it is. I could actually read down. It says Isaiah 19 and 14. It says, the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. So right now you're witnessing a great taking place in Egypt, meaning America. Okay. And with them having disputes financially, economically, really with them having disputes politically that will affect the economy, okay, on a major scale. You see, you got certain states shipping immigrants to other states. So right now, division is at its highest. It's just not physical. It's political. And remember, political problems lead to world problems, because that's how war starts. All right. Check this out real quick. All right. Look, see, it's the spirit. This has been up. See, I went into a lesson earlier on this, but we're just kind of hitting it from a different angle. So let's put this in. What causes let's put world war. I believe I went into this before, but let's do it again. What causes world war? I don't want this one. What causes world war? What causes world? Well, no, there was some I put in, but basically, world war starts with political and economic issues. Okay, Let's put in political political issues caused world war. Okay. It says imperialism, nationalistic pride. See, what's nationalistic pride? Patriotism. Okay. And mutual alliance all played a part in building tensions that would erupt into war. Imperialism, nationalistic pride, and mutual alliance all played a part in the tensions that would erupt into war. Okay. What three political causes World War II? Well, there you go. See? All right. How were politics caused? Nationalism was one of many political forces to play in the time leading up to World War One. Right. So right now, this is a perfect time to build up to war. Okay. You have what? Political issues. Okay. You have political issues going on within Babylon. All right. Now, Isaiah 19 and 14, and it says, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. Right. So right now we're witnessing, all right, Egypt erring. Okay, this place is erring, and this is all prophecy. Let's get that in Ezekiel. Then we'll hit a couple more fun facts around the world. So let's go to Ezekiel and 35, okay, because this is all biblical. So it, and I see why Elder Pastor, he once said, keep your eye, on the money, things of that nature, because one thing you have to understand with prophecy is going to play out on a man's scale, meaning things are going to happen through reality. If I'm saying that for you to understand, meaning, if when the scripture said, you will be sold as bondmen and bondwomen, it wasn't like we just woke up and we are now slaves. Things had to play out. We had to go through 70 AD. We had to be scattered. We had to go to the west coast of Africa. Esau had to come out of the caves. He had to start rising up. And then it led to, just like now, it says you'll hear of wars, because that has to play out. You have to see division, before other things take place. So what's one thing that's heavy on my spirit is the timeline of prophecy. Okay. And that keeps you stable. That's been on my spirit very heavy. Understanding, how things are going to play out will keep you, in the loop, if you will. All right. And that's why it's a blessing that we can see it. So this is Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh Bashem El Shai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesies against it. And Mount Seir is what? Esau, Edom. Is that Genesis 38? Let's see. Maybe 36. Let's see. Let's go back a couple. Let's see. Yep, Genesis 36. And we could do one. Now, these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. And right here, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. So Mount Seir is synonymous with Edom and what? Esau. So when you're reading this doesn't mean to prophesize against the literal Mount Seir. Okay, so this is talking about prophesize against Esau. Mount Seir being what? Babylon. All right, this is Babylon. Prophesize against it. This is what the Spirit is having us do. This is what the Holy Spirit, all right, is having us do. It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. See, Yahweh Bashem El Shai is against Babylon. It's against Edom. He's against the advancement of Esau, Edom, and his oppression on us, his people. All right. And it says, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So right now, the Lord is stretching out his hand against Babylon. Okay. This is why you're seeing all these disasters. All right. And not only disasters, but the economy, the American economy, all right, is finished. All right. Everything that is happening right now in Babylon is judgment against it. The work is airing, the political aspects, the financial aspects, the government alone, the division. Okay, the division. I don't believe we finished that in Matthew's 12. Which, you know what, we might actually have to grab that to finish it. So let me finish that real quick. Matthew's 12. We're all familiar with it, but we have to read it. Matthew's 12 and 25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So right now we're witnessing a great division, and Trump being raided, okay, that's furthering the division, because Esau looks at Trump as their God. Let me put this in Trump we trust. Check this out. Let me see. Let's go here. Oh, maybe I just look. See, in Trump we trust. Okay, and what is the old saying goes? In God we trust. So see, this proves that Esau is the God of this world, and there's many times where many Edomites fit that role as God. Okay, there's many Edomites that portray themselves as God. Cesare Borgia did it. Pope Alexander did it, and many, many others. What's it saying? Thessalonians, who sets themselves up in the house of the Most High, portraying themselves to be the Most High. See, so Esau, Edom, has put himself on a godlike status, but that's found in the scripture. So it makes sense why they're in the spirit to say, in Trump we trust. Okay, so now with Esau, well, really with the federal government coming against Trump and people like Trump, this is a act of war. Okay, this is an act of war within itself, because there's another one. Let's put many Americans, real quick. Many Americans believe there will be another. I guess I'll try this. Let's put Civil War. Yeah, look at this. Check this out. This is June 22nd. 50%. That's division. All right, let me calm down. That's division. What's half of 150? That's divided right down the middle. 50%. Half of Americans believe in impending civil war in next several years, right? Next several months. Okay. Old girl Harriet Hangman said, come November 6th, we're taking it back. So this is all good. This is all good news. Oh, and before I forget my initial thought, let's put in this term, foreign. And dumbass Jake's over here. Well, they're just lost. Lost Jake is over here talking about a foreign car, and there's issues foreign and domestic. So let's put foreign. I'm spelling that wrong. Okay. Foreign and domestic. Okay, there it is. Foreign and domestic. Oh, this is what we want right here. Ooh-wee. It says, I do solemnly swear. It says swear not. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Now, this right here is powerful, because this is going to lead to a civil and a revolutionary war, meaning within itself. Okay, Babylon is going to fight within itself based off this oath. Okay, they frame mischief by law, and this right here alone, this is sedition. Okay, let's put that in. All right, let's put sedition, and then we'll look up the definition. Okay. So let's go. Oh, okay, they don't want to give it to me. I guess I gotta go get it. Let's go to Second Esdras. This is all coming to pass, and it's gonna get real out here. And you know who's gonna get trampled down first? All them weirdo ass ABC groupies. All them Road and Wade, a lot of these dumbass women. Okay, all these people that are on Biden's coattails, which he came and put his own damn coat on, they're going to be trampled first, all right? Because they don't get it twisted. Esau Edom's a warrior too. Okay, I know we get on Esau and call him this. Hey, Esau's a savage. He's a warrior too. He loves war. There's a lot of masculine Edomites out there. There's a lot of military veteran trained Edomites that are with the business. Okay, so don't get it twisted. And a lot of them going to crack Jake's head wide the fuck open. All right, so don't for a second think that Esau Edom ain't out of this fight. I'm not saying he's going to win, but he's definitely going to put up a fight. Okay, this is Second Esdras 15 and 15, we'll start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. What world? All right, this world, okay, this age. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. See, this is the right as an American citizen. Did you know that? Let's put that in real quick. Did you know that? See, the Spirit's got us on domestic issues. All right. You ever heard of domestic violence? That's what Babylon is about to go through, a domestic fight. So let's put in right to bear arms. What does that mean? They have the right as a blessing. Esau, Edom was blessed. See, now we're cooking. See, Esau, Edom was blessed by Isaac. Okay. And he was blessed with what? The sword. So this proves that Esau, Edom, all right, is Esau, because he made it, he stamped it down. All right. I have the right to bear arms, because that's his blessing. The Second Amendment of the United States Constitution reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. So right now, the federal government is basically impeding on the freedom of Edom. So what is this doing? This is stirring them up. This is why they believe 50% believe in a civil war, meaning a domestic, meaning in-house. There's an in-house issue. And was there not a civil war before? There was. And it says the right of the people, the Edomite people, to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Such language has created considerable debate regarding the amendment's intended scope, right? Because the right to bear arms, yep, here it is. Thank you. The right to keep and bear arms, Esau's blessing, often, which this is Genesis 27. Okay, if a brother is on the comment board, they can post the Esau's blessing. All right, Esau was blessed to bear arms. All right, and it says the right to bear arms, often referred to as the right to bear arms, is a right for people to possess weapons for the preservation of life. So they have the right to possess arms to protect their life, liberty, and property. This is why Esau says, get off my lawn. All right. The purpose, which that's in Numbers, the purpose of gun rights is for self-defense, including security against tyranny, as well as hunting and sporting activities. Now we want this. What does tyranny mean? What does tyranny mean? Tyranny, cruel or oppressive government or rule. See? So they have the right to bear arms against their own government if their government is impeding on their pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. And that's what's going on right now. The federal government is waging war politically with the state, the state government. Okay, so this is all leading up to this prophecy. See, it says, "For there shall be sedition." What's sedition? Let's look it up. What does sedition mean? What's sedition? Sedition, conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. But guess what? Sedition is your First Amendment right of freedom of speech. So it's perfect. It's literally perfect. So Babylon has issues: foreign, world war, and domestic, civil war. Okay, and then it's so beautiful that they made rights where you swear an oath. Like, okay, who swore an oath? Police, government officials. All right, the federal, all these people swore an oath to protect the Constitution, but in the same time, they are impeding on the Constitution. What they did to Trump. That's why Trump, he enacted his Fifth Amendment right, which is I plead the fifth, meaning you don't have to speak. So now these are the times where Esau is going to start carrying out his amendment rights against tyranny, i.e. the federal government, which is what? War. So it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. It's all just good in the hood. So it says, okay, we read that. All right, let's finish this. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, because that's their constitutional right. They have the constitutional right to overthrow their government. That's literally in the Constitution. And it says, nor princes, so that meaning state against state, Egyptian versus Egyptian, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So it's all beautiful. Then this is all prophecy. Okay, this is all prophecy. See, I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies. So Esau is going to go against himself. The federal is going to say the state is an enemy. Then the state's going to say the federal is the enemy. And then they're just going to go clash, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and blah, blah, blah. See? So this is an oath that Esau has made, which is going to lead to them fighting one another, which ultimately is prophecy, Egyptian versus Egyptian. Okay? So now let's go back, read a little more of this. And it says, Ezekiel 35:4, I will lay thy cities waste. See? Thy cities waste, and that's going to happen through war, through civil war, all right, world war, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel. See, this is taking place because of what Esau, Edom, okay, it's all prophecy. It's all prophecy at the end of the day, but why is this happening? Because of prophecy. Look, because thou hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. See, woe to you that established the city by blood. We got to get that. We got to get that. This is all biblical, baby. Habakkuk 2:12. Woe unto him that buildeth the town with blood and established the city by iniquity. When he established his amendment rights and he declared independence in 1776, who did he have in slavery? Who was the military going to war with? Do you know that Esau Edom went to war with Gad until like the 1900s? When he said he declares all men free and equal, he still had Judah, Benjamin, Levi in slavery. So what are you talking about? See, so while you was declaring your independence, you had us in slavery. You had us in slavery. And doesn't it say blood defileth the land? Let's see that. Numbers, what's that? 35? Yep. Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. So you polluted the land. It says, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that sheddeth. You are in a trick bag, my friend. You are in a trick bag. Going back, Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel. I saw her and she was drunken with the blood of the saints. Did not John see America, Babylon, drunken with the blood of us? See, of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out, and him that returneth. See? So you're going to have issues foreign, and you're going to have issues domestic. And this is taking place right now. Okay? Right now, as we speak, you have a huge political issues in Babylon. Okay? Let's actually, let's see if we can go here. Let's do this one. Let's put political issues in America. What do you say? Don't you want to come to America? Not now. The 5 biggest problems facing the U.S. today. What are some social and political issues? America's biggest issues. Let's go. Let's just see the news. How a new class of Republicans could push America to the right. Blah, blah, blah. Taking a stand on social political issues. So there's political issues all across the board. Faced with rise of extremism within its ranks, the U.S. military has clamped down on racist speech, including retweets, blah blah blah. But that's an issue. You have the right to be racist in America. It's called freedom of speech and freedom of religion. This is why Satanism has the right to sue you against infringing on its rights. So this place is finished, man. This place is finished all across the board. All right, and there are political issues going on right now in America. All right, you gotta type in the right words. What are some social and political issues? Healthcare in the United States, human rights, Sodom, domestic violence, gender, blah blah blah. So there's issues in America all across the board. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah, it says, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men. See, and in thy hills and in the valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain within the sword. So you're going to have more Edomites dying in the next world war and civil war than any other time. I will make thee perpetual desolate, and thy city shall not return. See, so these cities, New York City, all right, all these cities are not going to return back to its full functioning self, but you're going to have Americans trying to take over these cities, to gain these cities, to retake America, but within that, they're going to lose them. Okay, Esau's going to go to war within himself, and then he's going to lose cities trying to gain the city. And let me see if this comes up. Let's put this term. Sometimes you have to destroy a city to save it, I think. Let's see. Damn, there's a term. This Edomite, he made a quote where he said, sometimes to save a city, you have to destroy one. I mean, it's okay. You know, I'm sure if we keep looking, the line is sometimes quoted, it becomes necessary to destroy the town in order to save it. See? Infamous Vietnam War quote. See? Sometimes you got to destroy a city to save it. But what he doesn't know is, in destroying that city, it ain't going to return. And I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. So yeah, you know, that's pretty much the lesson. All right. I pray that it was edifying, you know, to you sincere brothers and sisters. But as you can see, Esau has issues foreign, and you can see now the issues domestic. So, you know, keep your eye on the political standpoint of Esau, Edom. All right. And they know it. Okay. Because a lot is taking place. No man knows a time, hour, or day, but you have something called midterm elections, you know, things of that nature. So, you know, watch Esau's policies, watch Esau's, you know, what he's talking about on a political scale. And stay the F away from some dumbass Jake with reparations and, you know, all that bullshit. And also, too, this proves, which you're not supposed to be voting, but votes don't matter. Okay. And this Edomite telling me yesterday, he was like, man, listen, get a couple buddies. And, you know, I played dumb. I played possum, as they say. You know, I played dumb. Like, I didn't know what was going on. He was like, you don't know what's going on out here. You know, because Esau's getting roused up. He's getting roused up. That votes matter to him because this is what he built off. But remember, Esau is going to war with himself. The votes are controlled by who? The elite. See, so it's all playing out perfect. Look, that's a whole nother lesson. But let me just stop it there. I don't want to make this lesson too long. But you know, just keep your eye out, all right, on the issues going on foreign as well as domestic. So call halal. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rachak Wadash. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone and do well. And I pray this was edifying, comforting, and exhorting to you sincere sheep, all right, of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. With that being said, shalom.